Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I created this channel to help people find a sense of calm. In the last few videos we've been working through toning or intoning the vowel sounds. And today we're going to conclude our exploration of the vowel sounds by intoning all of the vowel sounds one after another. So just a few reminders. First of all, try and make sure that you're here now. Try and leave behind your worries or concerns or your plans for the day and just be here now, just for the duration of this video. When you make the sound, try and make the sound to the very end of your out breath. You may be surprised to find you have a little bit of breath left at the very end. And when you extend the out breath in this way, you kick in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is calming. It lowers the production of adrenaline and cortisol. It can help to imagine a column of sound behind you or inside you, and imagine that you're just bringing the sound through. But then imagine that you're inhaling it or sucking the sound into you, because remember we're intoning the sound. We're looking to create a subtle vibration in our cells, and we can help achieve that by inhaling the sound into our resonant chambers, such as our chest and our sinus cavities. And the last thing is, remember to listen to the sound, to actively listen to the sound. Ideally adjust the volume so you can hear both your sound and my sound at the same time, because when you can hear both sounds and you're actively listening to both sounds at the same time, you cannot be thinking. So therefore you're creating a gap in those thoughts. And just that in itself is very therapeutic, because when we have a gap in our thoughts, we are here now. And the more times we practice these little pauses, just even for 5 minutes, they begin to seep out into the rest of our day. We become more aware of what's going on in our head. So let's make these sounds together. The order is going to be R, E, O, U, E. We're going to make each sound twice. I'm going to make the sound on an extended out breath. You may find that whilst I make the sound twice, you can make it more times than twice. But remember, you need to keep actively listening to the sound. And in this case, you need to keep actively listening as well, because I'll be doing the sound twice, and then I will briefly introduce the next sound, and then we will make the next sound twice. Okay, so begin by making sure that you're sitting comfortably, that the spine is erect and supported by the core muscles, and then try and relax the rest of the body around that erect spine. So the shoulders are relaxed, the neck, the jaw, the brow, just try and let go. But whilst at the same time supporting using the muscles of your core. So we'll start making the sounds. We're going to start with the sound R. If you find it helpful to tune into the listening, close your eyes. That can make it easier to actively listen. Okay. So the next sound is air, air. And the next sound is O. And the next sound is oo. And the final sound is E. So when you finish making the sounds, just become aware of the quality of your internal space. And try and just sit in that calm internal space, just for a few moments afterwards, before you kind of return to your normal world, as it were. So making these simple sounds is a powerful meditation. You know, some people think because they're so simple, how can they possibly be doing any good? But actually, in making the vowel sounds, we create these harmonics or overtones. They're high-pitched sounds. So you may find you can hear high-pitched sounds around in your home. For example, the fridge. It makes that buzzing sound, but if you listen, it's also making a high-pitched sound at the same time. You know, when we hear aeroplanes go over, you know, we hear the kind of the engine sound, but we can often hear a high-pitched sound at the same time. It's an overtone. Another easier way to sometimes hear the overtones is to swap from one vowel to another. It's difficult to accentuate the overtones out in open air. It's much easier in a resonant chamber. I would suggest, somewhere like the bathroom or even your car, somewhere with solid walls is a much more resonant chamber. It makes it easier to hear the overtones. But when you swap from one vowel sound to another, that brings out the overtones. So that would be, for example, if you go, hopefully, until I get back and listen to this, I don't know, but hopefully you could hear something of the overtone playing around a bit there. But whether you can hear them or whether you can't, they're still there, and they're still having a profound healing effect upon the body and the mind and spirit. We are beings of energy, frequency and vibration. Everything is energy, frequency and vibration. Everything is a mass of vibrating particles, including us. So when we make these sounds, we gently vibrate all the cells in our body from the inside out. It's the only way you can do it. And in doing so, we can gently lift things and bring about change. And just through spending, 5 or 10 minutes a day practicing this type of stuff, where you're truly present and listening, actively listening, you're creating a gap. And you're learning something new, so you're creating new neural pathways. And these things are all very helpful for changing, our normal everyday life that where we tend to fall into the same routine and often get stuck in the same places in our head and go over the same stuff. So just by practicing these little pauses, and especially working with sound in your voice, is extremely powerful. So I'd really encourage you to just try and do just a few minutes every day. Better little and often than one big grand gesture once a week. You will feel the benefits more by doing just a little bit every day. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you've stumbled across this and like it, I'd really appreciate if you could like and share and subscribe, because I'm trying to reach as many people as possible who may be helped by finding a sense of calm in these difficult times. So I'd really appreciate your help spreading the word. So thank you very much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I will be continuing to make these videos. We're going to be moving on. I'm going to be looking at a little bit of simple mantra work, and I will be explaining in the next video what mantra means, how it connects to us being human and the human condition. So that will be coming next, and it would be fantastic if you could join me. So yeah, please like and subscribe and share. I'd really appreciate that, and I will be back very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye for now.